Hello, everyone. My name's Emily, and today I'm going to be talking to you about cardiovascular disease. So, first, we'll start out with what exactly is cardiovascular disease? Cardiovascular disease is a broad term that describes any health problems of the heart or blood vessels. This includes a number of conditions, including coronary heart disease, heart failure, arrhythmias, heart valve disease, hypertension, which is more commonly known as high blood pressure, strokes, congenital heart defects, and peripheral artery diseases. The most common of these diseases is coronary heart disease, which is caused by narrowed or blocked arteries due to plaque buildup. This will lead to blood clots and then lead to strokes, heart failure, and heart attacks. Next, we'll look at some facts and statistics about cardiovascular disease. So, first, it is the leading cause of death worldwide, and it takes an estimated 17.9 million lives every year. In the US, nearly half of the population is affected by some kind of cardiovascular disease. And every 60 seconds, one or more people in the US dies from a heart related disease. Not only is cardiovascular disease costly in lives, it is also costly financially for the government. Um, Heart and vascular diseases cost the US over $200 billion each year, which is a crazy amount. 4 out of 5 cardiovascular deaths are due to heart attacks and strokes, and low income and middle income countries are disproportionately affected by cardiovascular disease, and they make up about 80% of the cardiovascular disease deaths taking place. Here are some graphs that can help you visualize. Here on the left, this is the number of deaths by county in the US due to cardiovascular disease. And here on the right is showing you the number of deaths from heart disease compared to other causes of death in the US. Next, let's take a look at trends over time. So here we can see that actually this is really good news, and over time, cardiovascular disease has been going down in the number of deaths, but we still need to be worried because it still is the leading cause of death, and we can still definitely make many improvements. Next, we can look at the symptoms, causes, and risk factors associated with cardiovascular disease. So, as far as symptoms go, cardiovascular disease can often go undiagnosed for a long period of time because people don't actually realize that they have the disease until they have actually experienced a heart attack, stroke, or arrhythmia. Common symptoms to look out for of cardiovascular disease are chest pain, tightness, shortness of breath and tiring easily, pain, numbness, weakness, or swelling in the arms and legs, pain in the neck, jaw, throat, abdomen, or back, an abnormal heartbeat, which can include racing heartbeat, slow heartbeat, or irregular heartbeat, lightheadedness and dizziness, and a loss of vision in one or both eyes. Something else to consider about the symptoms of cardiovascular disease are that biologically men and women experience very different symptoms for cardiovascular disease, so it is important to know the difference between what a man and a woman might experience. So, some of the causes and risk factors of cardiovascular disease. Because cardiovascular disease is an umbrella term that encompasses a number of conditions, there can be a wide range of causes. These can include anything from living an unhealthy lifestyle, other health conditions, injuries, and genetic defects. There are also many risk factors to developing a cardiovascular disease. This can include diabetes, being overweight or obese, having an unhealthy diet, being physically inactive, excessive alcohol or drug use, smoking, high stress, high blood pressure and blood cholesterol, a family history of heart disease or cardiovascular disease, and age and gender. Next, we will be taking a look at the forms of treatment for cardiovascular disease. There are varying treatments depending on what type of cardiovascular disease a person has, but some of these possibilities include a heart surgery or procedure, which can have a coronary bypass, balloon angioplasty, valve repair or replacement, and even heart transplants. You can also be given medication like aspirin, beta blockers, and other blood thinners, um, as well as medical devices can be implanted like a pacemaker, a prosthetic valve, or an in-chest defibrillator. Lastly, here we will take a look at the prevention of heart disease. Actually, some cardiovascular diseases cannot be prevented, such as heart defects, which we would be born with, um, but they can be treated, so that's the good thing. Most other types of cardiovascular disease, though, can be prevented with just simple lifestyle changes, which include exercising 30 minutes a day, eating a healthier diet, maintaining a healthy weight, reducing and managing stress, quitting smoking or drinking, and controlling related health conditions. So, I hope you guys have learned more about cardiovascular disease, and here are my references. Thank you.